How is it going, everyone? Want to give you guys a heads up on an absolutely awesome Black Friday PlayStation game deal for under $10. You know, that under $10 range, I've talked about it before. Sometimes it's hard to find Black Friday deals for physical games around that range. Well, we got a really good one. It already went out of stock on Amazon. It's live right now as of the recording of this video on Best Buy. You can also find it at your local Best Buy. So it's a great deal, but I do know it's being bought up pretty fast. So we're going to highlight that, a couple of other deals, a lot of Sega stuff in this video, so let's just get right into it. Sonic Superstars, again, as of the recording of this video, it is available for $9.99. I remember talking about this game 2 years ago, and my issue with the game was the price point. It was 60 bucks, and I just thought that was way too high. 2 years later, which, let's be honest, that's not that long of a time. And was it 2 years ago, or did it come out last year? I don't remember exactly. Look, these times, they just kind of blurred together. I'm pretty sure it was 2 years ago, but nonetheless, it was $9.99 now, and it was $60 when it came out. It's $9.99 now, and it's a 2D Sonic title that's quite good. And yes, this came out 2 years ago. Last year, it was Sonic X Shadow Generations, which more on that in a little bit. But it's a solid platformer. It's just, you're gonna be hard-pressed to get people to spend $60 on a game like this. But Sega games have historically, and Sonic games in particular, have historically gone on sale fairly quickly. So this was down to, I remember, like $35 right after it came out, and now 2 years later, down to $9.99. Look, platformers are always a good time, and I feel like this game is going to give you a good time, and you're going to enjoy it, and at $9.99, fantastic pickup. Would highly recommend that, and hopefully by the time this video gets uploaded, it's still in stock, and you guys can check it out, but a great deal on that. Sonic X Shadow Generations, I mean, this was another game, given that it was just a remastering of Sonic Generations, and then you did have that Shadow campaign, but it was a bit on the shorter side. People wanted to wait for a discount on that. Well, now it's available for $24.99, and I think this is a great buy. First of all, Sonic Generations is a great game, and getting that remastered in here, that's fantastic. And second of all, the Shadow campaign, Chef's Kiss, absolutely fantastic. It's on the shorter side, of course. You can complete it in like 6 to 8 hours, and 8 hours is really pushing it, like if you look for all the collectibles and whatnot. But, you know, the campaign is awesome, and it really took a lot of the fundamentals that Sonic Frontiers put in place and built upon that. And playing as Shadow is great. I just love the Shadow campaign, and I get that the price point was high at launch at $49.99, but $25, it was fantastic. It'll be a fantastic pickup at $25, and you'll play through the Shadow Generations campaign. You'll get like 6 to 8 hours of gameplay there, and then Sonic Generations will take you a good bit of time as well, and it's not like, you know, you're usually playing the Sonic games just to get the most content in the world. But yeah, this is an awesome pickup. Highly recommend that at $24.99. And then Like a Dragon Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii. Best Buy's got that at $24.99 as well. This came out just earlier this year at $60, and I know, you know, a lot of people viewed this as a spin-off and they were gonna wait for it to be cheaper. I played it right out the gate, and I had a great time with Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii. It was just a lot of fun, and I'm a big Majima guy. I mean, who plays the Yakuza games and isn't a big Majima guy? So to take Majima, him getting his own game, and then doing the wild pirate gimmick, like, I don't know how Team RGG, how they come up with some of the ideas on the Yakuza games, but yo, more power to them. This game was a lot of fun. A little bit shorter, especially relative to like Yakuza Like a Dragon and Infinite Wealth for sure, but you know, sometimes that's exactly what you need, and this is very much of the beat-em-up style of the older Yakuza titles rather than the turn-based JRPG. And you do have quite a bit of optional content as well, so if you're gonna be doing everything, it will be a sizable undertaking. So $24.99 on that, great pickup there. Then we will be wrapping up with some Amazon deals as well. All of the previous deals I mentioned were on Best Buy. Battlefield 6, $53 on this. It is 15% off on the PlayStation Store. I think it's like $59 or something like that. But a physical copy for $53, I think that's a pretty good pickup. Now, obviously, you're going to connect online and everything like that, but a hard copy nonetheless. Battlefield 6 has been received pretty darn well. Like I've said before, as far as multiplayer games go, your boy is old. Your boy is washed up. He ain't built for multiplayer games as much as he used to be. Look, I fiended on Battlefield 4. I fiended on Battlefield 3. your boy is throwing in the towel at this point. No, for real, I'll jump into multiplayer games every now and again, but I'm not gonna get super dialed in on them. Like the 8-hour play sessions on multiplayer games with the boys, those are kind of a thing of the past for me. You know, we all get older, but nonetheless, if you want to check out Battlefield 6, $53 on that. I'm not the guy to do the hard sell job on you for the game, but it is at a little bit of a discount, so I thought I would mention that. Elden Ring is $19.99. Also, I get absolutely whooped in these Souls-like games, but I still go through them and I still have a pretty good time. What I really dug about Elden Ring, outside of the combat, was the world design. I think the open world in this game is phenomenally well designed in terms of you always discovering something and it being a joy just to find every little thing in the game, and that's why people do so many playthroughs of this game, and it feels like every time they're discovering something new about the game. It's an absolutely enormous game, and you know, given the amount of content you're gonna get, like I know people that have spent well over 300 hours in this game. I haven't spent that amount of time in Elden Ring. You know, I get absolutely bodied at these games, and you know, get good, pal, but nonetheless, for $19.99, it's a great buy, and these From Software games always hold up in price digitally. I don't think Elden Ring is going to get down to $19.99 anytime in the near future. I think it'll be, you know, around the $30, $35 range, and that's kind of the basement price for it for now, but $19.99 physically, and Shadow of the Erdtree, you can find that on sale as well. Well, you can find the Shadow of the Erdtree edition on sale, but bear in mind, the Shadow of the Erdtree edition just includes a voucher code to get Shadow of the Erdtree, so that's a little bit of a bummer. Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba, the Hinokami Chronicles 2, $34.99 on that. Great deal on this, given that it just came out back in August. Demon Slayer, hot IP right now. A lot of you guys went to movie theaters and checked it out. I am not caught up on Demon Slayer personally. I watched season 1 and season 2. I finished the Entertainment District arc, and I watched the movie that was in between those, and I really enjoyed it. I will say, Demon Slayer, like, some of the greatest animation that you'll ever see out of an anime, and some of the best openings out of an anime either. And everybody knows that you need a good opening for anime if you really want them to pop off. But Demon Slayer, Hinokami Chronicles, solid arena fighter as well. Like, y'all already know, as far as the anime licensed arena fighters go, if you're a fan of the anime, they're usually pretty stylish games that are well done, and this is no different. $35 on that. Sonic Racing CrossWorlds, the Amazon exclusive edition, is $45. Nice little discount on that. Given that, you know, the $70 price tag I know was a point of contention for a lot of people, it seems like the Sonic games, man, people don't want to pay the asking price a lot of the times. And with CrossWorlds, there is all of the DLC content, the premium edition, etc., etc. But quality kart racer here, and $45 on that. Quite a good deal there, again, given that it just came out. And then we do have Raidou Remastered, The Mystery of the Soulless Army. That is $29.99. Really not my cup of tea as far as the style of game that it is, but again, a relatively recent release, and this is a classic to a lot of people, so that for $29.99, good pickup there. And then I do want to give a shout to the PlayStation Portal. That's $179 over on Amazon, just a 10% off discount. A lot of buzz around the Portal right now, given that the cloud streaming got added for Plus Premium subscribers. Look, the people that pick up a Portal and they know what they're getting and they have good internet connection and they can do quality streaming, it seems to be a game changer for a lot of people. You have to fit the criteria of, you know, it'll be a worthwhile investment for you. If you are a family guy and, you know, you have your girl wanting to watch Love Island or something like that, and you want to play games as she watches Love Island, or you got kids and they want to watch TV and do their own thing, and you take the Portal, it seems to be incredibly effective in that regard. A lot of you guys watch football. It's football season, so if you want to keep watching football but also play games on the Portal, I feel like the Portal is good to play games like, let's say, a Ghost of Yotei in the open world, doing grinding in the open world. When it gets to narrative focus, I feel like playing those games and being dialed in and focused is ideal. I mean, that's even the case. I have a ROG Ally, and yeah, there are some games I'll play on the ROG Ally, but on those marquee console titles, I do like to play them on a television or on a big monitor, and play them that way. But that's just my 2 cents. Everybody's gaming preference is going to be different, and if you fit the criteria of the Portal, being something worthwhile for you, you're gonna really like it. Like, everybody I talk to that picks up a Portal and they fit that criteria of they have a family or they watch sports and they want to play a game at the same time, the Portal seems to be a really worthwhile investment for them. So again, if you fall into that category, you'll probably really like it. And $179 on that, and the cloud streaming, that's been a great addition as well, so definitely worthwhile there. But that'll do it for me. Again, that Sonic Superstar Deals is definitely gonna go out of stock fast, but $9.99 on that, great pickup. And if it does go out of stock, check your local Best Buy and you should be able to pick it up there as well. A lot of other great Sega deals and a lot of great deals across the board. Links to everything in the description box below. As always, sound off in the comments section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.